shadow of light. So I'm doing a test right now. I'm doing a test. So, whoop, I stepped in a cat's box. So I stepped. Don't look at me. Look up. Look up. Don't look at me. Look up. I don't even know if you can see me, how I move my hands. Doesn't it look like there's a right over here, or is it over here? But you can see my body moving, but there's some part of a shadow that's in the way. These are my legs. You see my legs? Because the camera's the light is below me. So now what you're seeing is on the ceiling, right? Because you're looking at the ceiling right now. And I'm doing this because unless we live it and know how it works, like these things over here, you see these things here? These are my legs. They sort of look like the corner of a cube where it comes together over here in the sex position. What is the sex position? The letters, the words, the letters, the words, the geometric shapes, the games. I'm very excited, although I'm here alone, no one to discuss anything, and then it's going to be replayed. But I'm hoping not to forget. See, I'm on here as part of talking to myself. It's my memory. But how can my memory come back unless we participate? Participate. And just that word alone is to take part. Now we're going to go for par. Now, what is that par? You can have a hole in one. You can have what you call an eagle on a par 3. You can have a birdie and an eagle, okay, on a par 4. Okay, hole in one, okay, hole in one, okay, would be an eagle. So when you get a hole in one, it's going to be an eagle. The eagle, okay, to a par 3. So a par 3, you get in a hole in one, it's an eagle. Like I said, the birdie can happen, okay? The birdie will happen also on a par 3. The birdie can happen, the first birdie, right, is on a par 3. And the second birdie, alpha beta, if you want to look at it that way, because we have to create the equations that bring them close together, that will numerically tell the same compassionate story as we have 1 in the center of everything else. So now the first time we get to a par 4, A plus B plus C equals to 6, plus D equals to 10. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. D becomes a J. It becomes JD. How did we get there? We got there through ABC. Give me the gold. Give me the bronze. In between is the silver. And from that light of silver, we became the mirror. That silver, not the gold, but is the silver that becomes the mirror. Silver is the mirror. Now, let me see if I get this right. You see, first we have the gold. Then we have the gold, okay, inside of the bronze. Now, the thing is about the bronze is that the bronze has the gold inside of it, which means the silver, okay, is what makes up without the gold. The silver is what is the bronze without the gold. Silver is a B, and it's what is bronze minus gold, when gold is 38, and gold is also 38 for the clubhouse. And it's minus. Remember minus, okay? Because if we're going to do M and M, We're going to live minus right over here at the 225 degree mark, right? At the 225 degree mark. Living, see this K here? Living all the way down here. Coming into the world through 1 minus into birth. 225, add 9, 234, minus 9, 216. What are those numbers? Plus minus 9, plus 9. We live in this area over here. It's the minus minus area. Here, we break it into this C joint. We only live in 3/4 of this area, or only in the 1/4 of the area divided between these two sides, right? But I know our birth number would be here. And here is going to be 135 degrees when the numeric value is sun. The second thing it's going to be at 45 degrees because it ends up between here and here. So no, that's let me fix that up. 225 plus this, and this is 90 plus 45. Wait, this is 135 and this is 225. Is that what I got? 225 and 135 is 360. So this way and this way. So these are the two ways that we go with this. 2 and 2, 4, 1 and 3, 4. So we got that. And the thing about 666, it fits in right over here. 666 fits in over here. On 216, we have 684. And on 225, we have 675. So this would be Pluto, 3 cycles of 28 days of the moon, matching in the moons of Mars and the moons of our moon. In order to match them up, we need 3 moons to go by, 28 times 3, and then 4 by 21, because it has to match up with the 21 dots on the cube. And then we also have to, the 21 dots on the cube, and we also have to match up because there's also 26 cubes, and on every single cube, okay, is 3 colors or 2 colors. So we have to match up with all these numbers, and we do. I'm not going to show you to you all now. It's going to take a little bit of time. Let's finish with the golf. So now we go to a par 5. If we get it in 1, okay, it's a hole in 1, and we shaved 4 off the score. I do not know what that number is. Okay, if we get it in 2, it's a double eagle. Unless a double eagle is this. Now the double eagle is 3 under par. And then the eagle and so forth. So it's how we can use our numbers towards golf. This is what would be the golf equation. The silver equation is understanding where the elements are. The 1 is there, the 2 is there. Forget about the rest. It's just duplication, except for the half-life over here. Can't explain it exactly. All I know is it takes this 1 dot is the only dot that it can pass through here. It's the only one it does it. It ignites the whole thing, the 2 sides. That's the way I see the artwork. Also, I'm going to get into this artwork. Just give me a second. I have to get something to drink from the kitchen. I just have to do this one thing. Okay, let me go to the kitchen. And I have my toast. I was eating cheese on toast. Shut my oven. Oh, the oven's off. And just give me a second. So now I'm going to get into this last piece over here. In this, I must create another circle. And it's only because I'm trying to find the middle. What I know, you want to know my schooling? I'm going to tell you my schooling. My schooling is, what do I do? That's my question. That's my schooling. I have to know who, what, when, where, and why. Once I understand who, what, when, where, and why, I can now proceed. I can proceed with a noun, a verb, an adjective, an add-on. I don't know all the words, but I can look them up for sure. And I know together we can untwist the total stories. So this one equation that I'm putting together now, okay, is right here. And I couldn't figure out what it was to begin with, but now I see. I need every single one of these elements for the purpose of. Now, I'm not sure which way the gears are going to run. I'm not sure if there's a strap in between. I can't tell you that. Okay, so, but what I can tell you is how we're going to connect everything together to better understand what's going on. So right now I see I have a central division over here. Right over here, I have a central division. And just give me a second. I'm just trying to put something together here. The bowling, that's what it is. It's from the bowling. From the bowling. So from the bowling, okay, we're going to connect this 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The 10 pins of bowling. So since it's from the bowling, we have to know the scoring in bowling. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this is 10, right? But it's not, because 10 ends up like this. You have the 10th frame and you have 2 extra frames. You have 2 extra frames in bowling. So we're going to, the strike, if we get all strikes, right, we end up with 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210, 240, and then we end up with 270 and then 300 at the end. That's our end result with bowling. I'm not happy with the way I did it, but it's 30, 60, 90, A, B, C. 120 is D. So you went from 4 areas. So you went from 4 areas to 3 areas, because to make the 360 degrees, you have to do this. So E is 150 and F completes the 180 degrees. F completes the 180 degrees. And then you go FG equals to 210. And this is the moon. You want to go to 201, 102. It doesn't matter what it is, but at 102, it'll say Valentine. It'll be 6 times Q. So what is the invert of 6 times Q? I'm going to make it easy. I'm just going to go 3 times 17 equals to 51. And the numeric value for 51 is Mars. There's other things also. It's also Area 51 is right here. eWorld, Las Vegas. The one in the 4 surrounding areas. Now, what are the 4 states that surround Nevada? The 4 states of Nevada. 4 states surround Nevada. And one, I think, is Arizona, or borders it. Border. Red Rob. Red Rob. Red Rob. Bore. Okay. And we're going to go Arizona. And we're going to take a look online and find out from the search and say, what states border Nevada? Nevada is bordered by Oregon. Oregon. Idaho. It's like almost like Ohio, right? And North Utah. I'm going to go North Utah. I didn't want to write this all on this page, but Utah. Utah, I thought Putty Cat. I thought Putty Cat, eh? So that's what borders it. I thought Colorado. But anyways, we're going to continue bowling when you come to H, but H is almost like A. If we were looking at the piano, okay, and we start over here, okay, H is like A. H is like A. And then I is like B. You see, like when you say by, meaning to, there's more to everything. There's situations that are created through the games. And this one would be C is like in creation, but it would also be J. And it's A plus B plus C equaling to J. So this complete area over here creates the E world, all compiled into E. How do we compile it into E? It's right here. A goes into D, creating E. C with omega. B and A come together over here. And you were talking about it. What is that? Enrique, I forget your name. I'd have to look it up. What's your name? Let me take a look at your name. Not here. Not here. Let me see. What's your name? What's your name? Okay, here's the bell. I can't even make it out. Enrique let me see this. Oh, Kingsway Maker. Oh, Kingsway Maker. Okay. So yeah, so let me get back to this thing over here. Okay. And yeah, let me take a little drink of my tea. Okay. So I want to go to my YouTube channel. Can't get to my Odyssey channel. Oh, maybe I can get to Odyssey. Let me see. How can I get to Odyssey? Okay, here's Odyssey. Okay, let me go back to StreamYard. Oh, no, I was going into my Odyssey channel myself. This Tetris game. This is Tetris game. 3 Lorenzo equals 6. I'm trying to understand that. 3 letter V, 3 letter Y, 3-letter V equals 24. 3-letter Y equals 42. Okay, I'm going to have to look 666 with 6 forms 42, 24. 6 times 6 is 36 is 9 times 6 is 216. Creates 9. I'm trying to see 4 and 2 is 6, is 3 and 5 is 6. I don't remember what was in this video, but you would also have to look at, here is 4, right? Inside of 4, there's 1 center to the 4. There's 1 center to the 4. There's this 3 divided, this 3 divided, and all the 3s are in the corners. All the other ones are 2s, just like Rubik's Cube in colors over here. All of that right there. So, yeah, so what was the second thing you said? Lorenzo 6. Right, this is the Tetris game. Let me see this. This is Tetris game, letter L and empty spaces. Yes, yes, letter L and empty spaces. So now we're going to get back. I'm going to come back over here in this video, and we're going to get back to finish off the bowling thing over here. So when you get to JC, Jesus Christ, when you get to the by world, the heavens, angels, 9 and 2 come together, but expressing 7. See here expresses 1 and 8 over here in this item over here. Where am I? Okay, right here is 8 and 1, and here is 8 and 1. Here it's 7 and 2. We can't count it that way, but we can count it another way. We can count it by saying the 7 is inside of here, making it 9, making it where your birth is. This is 9/11. 9I plus 2B. So plus 2 equals 11. You can go, this is also 2, and then 9/11. So this would be 2/11, and this would be 9/11. 2/11, 9/11. They become the same thing. It becomes BK, combination coming together. It can also mean 20. When this comes together, because it's with 9, it's 5 times 4, 20. 5 plus 4, 9. It will always create that same equation. Okay, so within the birth, through the 7th gate. But the thing is, when we play pool, we go to the 8 ball. So what's happening further up this way? I'd have to create that situation. After JC, there is no other part of the game, but if there was, it would be K, and then it would be KD, crab dinner. And that would be 3:30, coming of the Christ. And after K, it would be L, and that would be LE, and that would be 360. And coming of the angels, M 13. The female is in this one. Male comes in as angel. Male comes in with MF. Comes in as the sky angel. Comes in as the red angel. Ooh, might be talking about the devil angel. You're also talking about the word 10, the word angel. 93 or 3 by 31. Equals to 93. Our moon cycle, 31 and 13 and 31, or 13 and 31 and 13 equals to what is 75, 57, 57, 75. So what is 57, 75? Well, first of all, the cycle we run is 1 and 3. 13 is when man comes in to life at 169 moons in rotation to one area. This one area will have 168 around it, creating what is the hours in a week. The numeric value for moon is 75. DC, electric, is 75. Direct current, electric, is 75. I go to the Monopoly board. I have waterworks, an electric company coming together. There's a whole big thing going on. So now what happens, right, is the next one would be, this would be MF, 13 and 6 equals to 19, AI spirit. Spirit is number 91, which is also 7 by 13. Notice we're now getting 13 coming with 13, 7 and 6, Earth, 52.7, Mars, 51.6 V1 V11. So this one is coming with 8 and 9 and both coming in with 22. We're coming into the 360-degree world, and in that rotation of, let's see, and then that rotation. Okay, so 3 times 6, 18. 3 plus 6, 9 creates R and I. They are in the same family. They total 27. This is the house of B Gates. The B Gates. That 7 is what brings that world in, that half-life. The 1 and the 6 come into the world. Well, into that world, because here it is 1 and 8. And here, like we spoke before, that will be your bi. Let me go back and see. That is where the bi came in, right over here, when alpha meets beta. But nothing began until this one over here. This is the completion in C. In the year 2023 is that completed mirror. Cycle 1, cycle 2, cycle 3. T, okay, and G are both at the tops of the pyramids in gematria. They're both number 7. In Chaldean, it is known to be Oz, 77, matter and Christ. So now we're going to get back to the MF. So the MF, that was 390. Let me just go back and see. The MF, yeah, it was 390. Then there is going to be MNO. And this is like A and B as well. The reason why this is like A and B is because the first half of the alphabet ends with M. Now we're going to go like A and B backwards, and let's see where we get to. So this one would be 390. This one would be G, H, and the O, LMNO, P. And this would be number 16, and this would be with HI, pi. So everything gets divided in this one over here. So this one is 420. Look at that. The dividing gate comes through the sun gate and on G. 420, 450 in the sun. Looks like it's Ohio. O and H come together. 5 times 3, 5 plus 3 equals to 15. O equals to H8, number 23. There's a direct connection to the house of Bates, number 27. 2 plus 7. The total is 23 for both of them. This one is 8. This one is 15. When you come together and see 8 and 9, the high heavens, H and I is 2 to the power of 3, 3 to the power of 2. It creates the letter H and I, the heavens of birth. The bricks, when you put these bricks together, you create the I and the H, also a 5 and a 2, meaning for earth. So that's over here. So now we got P, H, LMNO, P, H, I, and this one you got 480. And in this one over here, you have Bi and Cell and Pluto and Pole. You even have the flag that comes through the pole. Number 26 is flag, part of the game. So then you have Pluto's number 48 to buy into sell, and this will create the division between night and day. The next one, okay, when you get the Q17, this is when everything is a little bit different. Everything is a little bit different at this stage. Just give me 1 second here. Okay, so it's different because here in French, they would say 3 times. 3 times. They would say to say 3 times. How can I say that? Yes, 3 by 17 is 51 because they mention number 10. How can I explain this? They say 17, 17, which means
10-7. That's the way the French say it. So it changes between 16 and 17. And when you add the 30 over here, HIJ, which becomes the second mirror, and they're the reverse alphabet together. This one is not a complete reverse alphabet. Here, the alphabet reverts. Let me explain it to you. Q is the 17th letter. J is the 10. 27 inverts. So when we get the Q and we get from 480, we now add 30 to 510. We now arrive on Mars. We are at Mars gates. A jack plugs in with the queen. There are 6 eyes and 8 eyes. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4. The dividing gates of the house of DC. And now you go over to K and R. This is where all the numbers meet. This is how can I say it? The division between numbers, the 180 degrees, is right over here. And then there's the connection when you put 1 through 18. So we're going to go over here. Here we get 540, and we get the sun. And then we get to L, which is the female, which is the 66. How can I explain that, the 66? How can I explain that? Anyways, M, L, and M. So we finish the first half of the alphabet, and we get to Q, R, S, and T. And on empty, Mars time, we end up with male at the gateway on Mars time, the 13 and 20 running of the Mayan cycle, 12 and 19. I have to sort of understand this is AI. This is running in the cube. This is 11 and 18. So this is running in the sun. 5 times 4, 5 plus 4 is 20 and 9, 29. 2 times 9, 18. 2 plus 9, 11. So that's the moon over here. And then Mars time ends right over here on 600. Now, if I put this into another context, we can look at this another way. If you want to look at degrees, if we look at this as degrees, we'll have 6 times this situation in order for it to be complete. Just give me a second. I have to drink a little bit of water. Okay, so where are we over here? Where did we get to? So this is what would happen. So now what happened here? What happened is I actually went the 10 frames of bowling, and then I went, that's a 10th frame over here. Let me see if that's right. H-I-J. J is 10. Where is K? I hope I didn't make a mistake here. Where is K? Where is K? K. Okay, K-L-M. Okay, K-L-M. Sounds like an airline. We had M over here. So KLM is, this is the 13th. This is the 14th, the 15th, the 16th, and the 17th. Let's see if I got this right. The 10th frame ends over here with 300. Now, the thing about this one over here is that when it ends in the 10th frame, the problem with that is that all three are in the all areas are in the same box. So I would have to say that C, D, and E are in the 10th frame. 10, 11, and 12 equals to 33, like Jesus Christ. 360, 330, and 300 are all in the same context together in one. Although we don't count the score to there, we're still counting an addition of 30. So we count it all within its own realm. How would we look at this? Or would it be JA, JB, and JC? And then we continue on, depending on how you want to look at that. So now we're going to go to the 19th. This is M, and now you're going to go to T and U. Hold on a second. L, M, N, and then T and U, N, and then you're going to go to O and P, U, elemental B, U, U, S, and then T. Is that possible? L, M, N, O, P, T, R, S, T, U, O, V. I don't know. I'm a little off. U, V, W. A lot of numbers. So over here we have 630 and 660 and 690. And don't forget, when you go bowling and you're in the professional league, you're going to bowl 30 frames, and that'll give you the complete 30 frames. Okay, of 30 frames you're going to bowl, but you have a possibility to roll 36 balls, even up to 72 balls. Okay, you can even roll up to 72 balls. 2 balls per frame, 10 frames. 2 balls per frame, 10 frames, 20. Is that right? 2 balls per frame times 10. Well, I used 3 games. Hold on. I have to back down a little bit. 2 equations in my head at the same time. If you take 2 per frame and you bowl 10 frames, you roll 20 balls. Well, that wasn't in the same equation. It's a different equation. Hold on a second. 36. Okay. Just 1 second. This is 3 games. You go 3 games. You have 30 frames, but you can roll the ball 36 times. So is that the same thing as our worlds? We run at 360 degrees in 30 frames, creates 360. And in the second situation, if we were to roll 3 games and we roll 2 per frame, and again, 209 is one of the answers. We roll 3, the 2 is 18, is 20, we'd end up rolling 60. So that goes for time. Now, what is 209? Well, if we roll 9 frames where we get 9 and a spare, 9 and a spare, times 19, okay, that equals to 90 and 81, 171 creates a gateway. Now, in the 10th frame, you get 20 because you get a 9 and then the spare, you roll a 191 game. Tell me, I could be wrong. Let me see, 19, and you got the spare, and you got 19. Right. I think that what the number is. So this is where the spirit connects, the AI spirit between 2 elements. I don't think I'm going to explain that properly. Anyways, so we come up to P690. Now our 720 degrees rotation, okay, of 1/2 of the day, 720 minutes, P goes back to where Q is, Q17, and this is related to Mars, and that's where we get back to the beta gates, 2 and 7, where the 1 spirit passes through the 6. It's the only 7, and it's the only one that happens the same thing over here in a complete void. Here, the extremities are a complete void. And on the other one, it's the interior and the 2 extremities. You have to pass through the center like a canal, if you want to look at it that way. So this will create, oh my God, this will create a G and H, but I don't know if that's going to really tell you much. So let me go back. Should we go back to this design over here? So this design, and remember, when you bowl professional, you usually bowl on 2 lanes, and you usually bowl 10 frames, and you usually have in a league, you usually bowl 3 and 4 for the more professionals in the playoffs. And so the more you do it, the more of these you're going to have. But anyways, this is 1 dimension. When I meet the center area, it creates 2 eyes. When I create the 2 eyes, the 3 on the outside are left out. And this is all your left in the center with 3 6, 7. That is your hexagon. It's the hexagon cube that's in over here. Just give me 1 second. Whoop. Just give me 1 second. Okay, here. Where am I? I just want to play and see what's going on in this. Okay. Okay, I just wanted to see that this was working. Give me the illusion that I'm watching myself. So once we do this, now what we have to do is I came in here. In order to find this center, I had to go here. In order to find this center, I had to go here. Now, just give me a second. In order to find the next center, let me just, where's my, let me measure this. So I would have to, I need this to go a little bit further out. Let me put my camera down for a second. So I just want to draw this. And we got here, and then did I get that one? I did this one, oh, then this one, I did that one, and I did this one, and whoop. Okay, so let me see if if I got this right. So by connecting with all 6 around this one over here, the star comes together. So now I have this area, it happens 6 times to all these 6 that are around it, and we're holding up the light. What light do we actually hold up? Do we count these 2 and these 2? What are we going to count? You see the I and the H? The H and the I, is it the I that supports and the I separates? How many do we have separating here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 areas. 6 areas separating 6 areas from one area. Do we ever get to touch this area here? What does this area do? How does the outside area get involved? Let me see if I can maybe use this pen. I didn't want to use the pen. Oh, maybe I'll use the green one. Just 1 second. I didn't want, no, I'm going to use a pen. I'm going to use a pen because, or a marker. No, I don't want to screw it up with a marker. So what's going to happen is we're going to, that's too far apart. Now we're going to do is we're going to get this I. Well, let me see if I can just spread it out just a bit. Now we're going to take this, right? And then this will connect to this outside one. And then this will close it off, connecting to this outside one. And then this will close it off, connecting to this outside one. So this is that equation. Just give me a second. I'm going to just have a little bit more to drink here. So I'm not sure if you can see everything that's going on, where these three on the outside, and it's not the 1, 3, there is no 5 out here. How can we see 1, 3, and 5? Is it the 5 position over here? 1, 2, 3, 4 here? See, these two are separated. These two kiss. These two kiss. So what's going on? What are the transactions between everything? Is this one coming into this one, kissing? This one coming into this one, kissing? They're all kissing with the center. How is this one kissing with this one with separation? It's kissing this way. It's kissing from this one, kissing over this way. These two are separate. How can I get these two to come together? When I swipe this one, I swipe this line. When I swipe that one, I swipe that line. So they lock actually right over here. Although these two are the furthest away, when it's swept, okay, from the center. See, when it's the center sweeps this way and then it sweeps that way, the whole circle is made up of these two. I take here and I sweep. Let me see if we can see this. See the way we sweep all the way around? And then I sweep this one over here. So these two, although they're separated from this one, unlike these four that are connected indirectly, how can I explain that? Four connected to one from the outside. Anyways, let's not. We note that in bowling, they're all valued at 1, but their positions, okay, all valued at 1. When these two or these two or these two and these two are separated, we create a circle. In bowling, you create a circle, it means the splits. So it's telling you a situation. The same time, we can see the two horns coming off of this. We have the 6 direct, right? This is actually the plug. So it's actually 5 direct with 2 ears and 1 plug to the stand. How many ways do you want to understand this? Can I turn this around? Look at it another way. The bowling lane, we can also look at it this way. So what does it look when we look at it this way? It shows me that all this support system, just trying to see how the support system, okay, is these 3 supporting this 1. That, just trying to see these 3. See, this is the downward motion, right? This is the upward motion, 3 supporting 1. I'm just trying to see if there's any other way to look at it. This is a different angle. So we can look at this 3 different ways. Now, there's a question now I asked myself, if we were designing the A letter or the V, right, how would we draw it on here? Where would the bar go? Would it go from here to here and then the bar here? Or is the bar go over here? The bar goes over here connecting this top 3, and these 2 are standing. Or should I put another row in this situation? I don't think there's a bowling game. There's Candlepin, and we have to find other games where maybe that letter comes from. Every letter can come from a different dimension. A is a division of everything. Number 1 divides. 0 envelops it. So we saw what that this does, right? This bowling piece. I didn't give it any numbers yet. I was writing down some situations. This was earlier on. Since the beginning of my project, this is one zone. Arizona, starting with A-R and I. And they used to call the place out there is Sun Devil. And this is Rob the Border. Red. Rob, noted also to be Bob. Bob was also noted to be something to do with the internet. I don't really know how. And it's also 13013 because the B can also be a 13. Remember, we're the children of creation. And just because we put it closer together, anyways, I don't have a story for it. There's 4 states, and there's Oregon, NIO, N-I-O, 14,
5, 9, and 6. I'm not really sure what that means. I'm getting a little tired. I want to end part of this video off with our system is set up A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Another part of the system is set up A over to B, B over to C, because A and B are inside of it. Okay, B over to C. C splits, goes back up to A and goes down to D, where D goes into B and into C, where C splits and goes AD. You have AC, DC. So you have AC, DC 7, 13, and if you want to look at this, 19. 8 times 3, 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals 3 and 4. 3 times 4, 3 plus 4 equals 12 and 7, 19. So now you have AI. So now when you count this, if you count what's going on here, 8, 3, 6, and then 3, 6, and then over to 1, 7, over to 4, 11. So that's its movement. Next, what we're going to work on in the next video, I'm not sure if you just showed up here and do not know what this is. This is a setup of bowling pins. What happens to your score and what's going on in the world according to creation. When we reached a third frame, which needed to have the E world to complete, we went into 90. If we were using that as angles or rotation of 360 degrees, it would have to happen 12 times, 6 times, 4 times, 3 times. The 4 times, the 3 times is the division of everything, 2023, 2024. It's the house of DC, 90 degrees times 4, 120 times 3. So in this situation, it's inverted because this is D4, but it creates a 3. 30, 60, 90, 120, 1 and 2 is 3. But 1 and 2, I'm just trying to write. And this one over here, it's also a little bit different because here, 6 and 6, 3 and 3, 3 and 3. But in this next situation, what happens is over here, it's not like that. It's completely different. It's 4 and 9. Well, let me show you one thing. This is my 4th finger, and counting from my left hand to my right, it's also my 9th finger. As Pluto, 84, comes together with Mars, okay, 51, and the total is 135. So is the word sun, so is the word ace. And you can create this, okay, by creating 1 times 1 equals to 1, 1 plus 1 equals to 2. So now you have 3. Now you go 1 times 2, 2, 1 plus 2, 3 equals to 5. So now you have 135 created by 1 and 1. The 13 ball and the 5 ball, if you're playing the game of pool, it's orange. And in the game of pool is 120, 1 through 15. It's a representation of our moon. All zeros equal to 6. The moon is 2160 diameter, which is 1.5, the numeric value. Mars, okay, times 1440, the minutes in the day. The rotation of the sun in the blue world. Blue and orange, or blue and yellow. Blue, yellow, orange. Because in blue and yellow, one of the reasons is that when you have your orange, we've already spoken about the red, but in the orange is already the yellow. So all I need to do is mention these two. And having your prime numbers, through your prime numbers with red and yellow, you will end up with orange. And you will also have one we don't speak about is green. So these are your each one. Now, is there a value for each one? Although in bowling it's 10, right? It's 10 pins. So should I give each one a 10 pin? I don't know. I'm a little bit tired right now, so I think I'm going to end the video for now. Maybe come back a little bit later. If you have a question for me, I want to talk about sports divisions of hockey teams, a few things to do with money. Still the connecting of this this star. This is the star of David over here, and the Star of David, as we spoke earlier, can be created through which design. How come I have sort of two books started? Don't like that. Yes, right over here. Different realities of how it came to be what it is. But Raphael, for now, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Ask me something now. Send me an email. Send me, you want, you can buy me some packages of this, some pens. Help save this apartment. Help save this apartment. Every week, every month, it's something different. We got to just get this pain away. It's too much. It's hard to do the work. Anyways, there's other things that I want to do that I'm not finished with yet, is understanding how inside three circles we connect our stars and what's actually happening. Like in this one over here, it's in between the three areas, almost like this whole one here are the legs. Then the other triangle is the triangle connecting the centers. One triangle is splitting the circles, the other is connecting the centers. I believe it's important to know exactly what's going on. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Here's my email. I don't open up anything, so if you're going to send me something, maybe not. I mean, it depends. I mean, not. I'm talking about email spam and stuff, because I don't know whoever gets on here. But peace and love, and ring me up. Thank you for watching. I'll be back. Ask me a question, because everything fits. Everything gets put together because we have the games and the art. Thank you for watching.